Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and yes, you read the title right. I'm here to show you step by step how I color my daughter's 4C thick locks. Right here is the color that I chose, and I chose Clairol because it is great for everything I needed, and she has a lot of gray in her hair, so I wanted that 100% gray coverage, and it has 3 tones, and it's going to highlight the gray into like a nice golden brown, and also it's moisturizing, it softens the hair. And I use Clairol all the time, the root touch up, so I know how to work with it, and I know how it does well with the hair. I bought 3 boxes, and I know you guys say box dye, and I know box dye is not good, but as long as you take care of it and moisturize your hair and you have leave-in conditioner, everything will be fine. Just make sure when you actually visit a professional, when it's time for them to color your hair, tell them everything you use, the color, the box dye, so they know how to properly take care of your hair. Here's a little tip to make sure you get all of that color into the activator. Nothing is wasted. Just open it up, kind of push down, and then start rolling the top down. This will ensure that you get every drip of that color inside of the bottle. And make sure you follow the directions, okay? It's very important. If you can't read, if you can't comprehend, you shouldn't be doing your hair yourself. Go get your mama or go to a professional. Seriously. Now, I do have a bowl and a brush that I can use to apply this color to her hair, but I'm going to stick to using the bottle because the cleanup is so much easier. I can just throw it away right with the gloves and everything else. It's just quick. It's all about preference. I use the bottle sometimes, and I use the bowl and brush most of the time. It's all up to you. And make sure you shake very well. Mix it all together. Now, another thing is get your Vaseline or your grease, your Blue Magic, whatever you want to use, and go around your hairline just to prevent the color from staining your skin. It will come off so much easier. That's why I put it on her ear, because the hair falls down to your ear. Put it all over the ear, and once you start shampooing the hair, you can see that the color on the skin, when it has Vaseline or some type of barrier, it comes off super easy. Now, as you can see, my daughter's hair is very thick. Her locks are thick. I love how thick they are. And she has a virgin hair. And you might see her hair and say she has brown tips. How does she have virgin hair? Because her tips were sun-dyed. That's just being in the sun in California all the time, and it actually colored her hair. So after applying Vaseline around her hairline to create a barrier for the color, now you want to section the hair. I'm going to do 4 sections just because it makes it easier. I have more visibility, and you want to make sure when you put the color on the hair, you don't miss a piece of hair. Okay, you don't want patchy color in your hair. You want to get every bit of hair that you see. Okay, let's get to the nitty gritty. I love this part. It's so exciting. This is my daughter's first time ever getting color. She's so excited. But the thing is, I didn't want to lift her hair a lot. I think this is like 5 developer. It has to be 5 or 10 developer. And the developer is bleach, basically. And I wanted a low level bleach. I didn't want her to have a high level, because the higher the level, the more blonde your hair will become. I just wanted a nice dark brown. Okay, now here's the difference between coloring locks and loose hair. There's an extra step, if you will. So within a section, I'm just taking each lock and I'm saturating the hair color inside the lock, because the hair color has to penetrate the lock. So as I'm applying the color to the hair, I'm kind of rubbing it in, but I'm just making sure I hit every lock first, and then I'll show you the next step. Now that I have applied color to each lock in this section, now you can take each lock and actually rub that color in. Rub it in and then kind of palm roll it in, or just mush it in there any way you know how. Some people palm roll it, and then you want to take your fingers and rub up because you want to make sure the color is getting inside the lock. And right now I'm only doing the ends. I'm going to do each section just the ends of the hair. Never apply color to the base of the hair first, because when you're going lighter or using a bleach, the chemical process, it like speeds up from the heat of your hair. So always do that last. Even though she's doing like a little bit of a lightener, it still is using a bleach in it, or a highlighter, or whatever you want to call it. That chemical process will speed up because of the heat coming from the scalp. So just do it last, and I'll show you how I'll do that next. When bleach is applied to the scalp first and it accelerates faster, the process is called hot roots. We're not doing hot roots here, even though sometimes the scalp does take more at the top when you're dealing with locks. That's fine, but that's why I'm doing the process the way that I'm doing it now. And this is a single process. I'm only adding one color. I'm not bleaching her hair first. So this is a single process. Now I'm taking more of the color and applying it to the hair, and then I'm just going to rub it in. Just rub it in. You want to take your time and rub the hair in. You kind of want to go at a fast pace, but since I'm doing a low level color or bleach, you don't have to rush as much. But when you're dealing with higher volumes, and you got to kind of speed it up. You can't really take your time, but you want to be thorough, making sure each piece of hair is colored. You don't want to leave your hair patchy. Make sure you're fast, but covering each section, each piece of hair. Now I'm on to my second section, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put the color on each lock. Then I'm going to massage that color into each lock. And then I'm going to continue doing that until each piece of hair is covered on the ends. Now we're at the top sections of her hair, and we're going to mimic everything we did to the back sections of her hair. Now, I'm sure I'm going to get comments saying, why are you coloring her hair? She's only 13 years old. The short answer would be is because we want to, and we have free will. But if I wanted to explain it more, and I do since we're here, it's because she has grays in her hair, and she's young. And didn't you want your hair colored when you were young? Yes, I did, and I had to sneak and do mine, so I didn't want her sneaking and doing her hair herself or having her friends do it, which Sydney would never do anything like that. And I think I was like 16 years old when I snuck and I got highlights in my hair. I remember when me and my friends did it together, and I came home, but my mom wasn't there. She was getting off of work, and she came into my room, and she looked at my hair, and she said, all right, now when your hair fall out. Which it didn't, because all I did when I was younger, I used to just wet my hair and put a whole bunch of herbal essences or herbal essence. Y'all remember that? I used to put a whole bunch of conditioner from herbal essence in my hair, and I used to that was my wash and go, and my hair grew from that. So long story short, I don't want Sydney to go sneak off and color her hair with her friends, and she has locks, and there's different steps, and you got to be very careful, you got to be gentle, you can't pull. And I just want to experience all these things with Sydney, all her milestones, all the things she wants to do with her hair and her clothes. I want to be a part of that. And plus, her mother is a hairstylist, so why not come to me instead of paying hundreds of dollars for things that your mama can do at home? And of course, she wanted her hair lighter. She wants the light browns. And I said, yes, eventually you can have that. But we're going to take it slow with building the color up to a higher level. We might go back to this color because I do like the brown that it offers. And then being that she has grades in front of her hair, I can see it being lighter with the highlights. It's going to be beautiful. And then she has a lot of freckles on her face, which this color turns out brings out the freckles a little bit more on her face. So I can see when she gets older and learning to care for her hair a little bit more. We're going to take it in baby steps. There's no rush. She's going to get the color she wants eventually, probably like when she's in 10th grade. You know, I'm in no rush. I don't want to mess up the integrity of her hair. I want her to learn things first before we just take it there and she learns the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Especially with locks, because they will fall off the bone. Okay? They will fall off the bone quickly. Now let's get into it. We're going at the base of the hair, and I'm just going in between each lock, each section, and then I'm bringing it all the way down. I'm bringing it all the way down, all the way down. And any spot that I see that I still see the black or the color of her natural hair, I add the color, because you want to make sure I can't stress that enough, make sure all the hair is covered in color, okay? So when buying your hair color, make sure you buy enough. Look at the density of your hair. Sydney has a lot of density, so I made sure to get 3 bottles. So look at your hair. You might need only 2 bottles. Some people might need 4 bottles. They might have longer locks. You might need 5 bottles. Just make sure you have enough. I'm making sure that I rub the hairline. I'm making sure I put it directly on the section of the hair, and I'm not applying it to the scalp. Do not directly apply it to the scalp. Place it an inch from the scalp and then bring it down. Rub it in. Rub it where you want to rub it, but do not place it directly on your scalp. Now, I'm going to take each lock individually and rub the hair in, and then do a palm roll. Do a palm roll, rub it in, whatever you need to do. Just make sure you take your time and rub that color inside of the lock.
Got the sauce.
And most of Sydney's braids are placed at the very top of her head. So I'm going heavy with the color application because I want to make sure every lock is covered in color. Okay? Bye-bye gray.
Got the sauce.
I'm all finished, I am going to put the hair back in the 4 sections. And since I have some color left, no color left behind, I'm going back and I'm going to rub her ends with some more color. I'm just going to saturate them and rub it in, because I can assume that the color on the ends of your locks, it takes a lot to process. So I'm not going to waste anything. I'm not going to waste my money, and I'm going to ensure that her hair is covered, because like I said, this is a low volume color and they will probably need another process to lighten a little bit more to be the exact same as the base of her hair.
Got the sauce.
Now that her hair has been completely covered and I use every drip drop of that color, now it's time to let it rest and process for 35 minutes. And yes, I'm going to get the old handy dandy plastic bag to be a catalyst and let that hair heat up and process for 35 minutes. And no, I didn't color her face and her eyebrows. She does face painting and her whole face was pink. The paint was not coming off. She had to put Vaseline and olive oil, and there's some remaining residue. Now it's time to wash that color out of her hair. And this is crucial. Let her sit under, or whoever sit under that water until it runs clear, even before you put the shampoo on her hair. And once the color is thoroughly rinsed out of the hair, then you can apply the shampoo. And with the shampoo, you want to make sure you're squeezing the ends of the hair, because as you can see, the color is still in there, because the suds will be pure white. Those are a little brownish or a little cream, if you know what I mean. So shampoo the hair as many times as needed, just to ensure the color is completely removed from the hair. You don't want to leave any color behind. The technique of squeezing the hair is making sure the color is pushed out of the lock. Now that all the color is rinsed out, you see the water is clear. You see that? Now it's time for the conditioner. And I always love the conditioner that they put in those boxes. I love them. I try to save them. But when I say follow the directions, I want you to follow the directions, because I messed up. It says use a quarter size. And I thought, oh no, I'm going to use a lot of it. I'm going to use 2 little tubes of it, 2 whole tubes to saturate the hair, because I'm not playing. I don't play around when it comes to color and making sure your hair is moisturized and healthy. And I added 2 tubes, y'all. I should have just added 1 tube. Even though it says a quarter size, I added 2 whole tubes. Maybe don't OD like me and just do 1 tube, or maybe just do a palm full, because I still think you need more than a quarter size. I don't care. And it says leave on for 2 minutes. I did leave it on for about 5 minutes. But when I tell you, the rinse out of that was horrible. It took us about 45 minutes to get that conditioner out of her locks. So be careful and judge wisely, okay? And look, it's still, the tips was just, it was not running clear. Not running clear. I was like, oh my gosh. And finally, here is the finished result. It looks so good. And you can see the places where her grays were. It's highlighted, and you can see the actual 3 tones of hair. She was like, Mom, I can't tell a difference. She wanted it to be lighter, of course. Eventually, we'll lighten it one more time, but I'm in no rush. I think this is so cute for her. She was like, you can only see it at the top. Yes, because that's where all your grays were, girl. But here we are. I think it came out so good. These are the results I wanted. Just a subtle change, nothing drastic, nothing big, nothing messing up with the integrity of her locks. This is perfect to me. Look at her little face. She's so cute. This hair color looks like it's actually her real color, right? Like it grew out the scalp. Now, here's an important step, especially with people with colored hair who has some type of processed hair. You have to use a leave-in conditioner. And my favorite is the Amika Hydro Rush. It's really good. It's a really great conditioner. Just make sure you rub it in. I forgot to rub it in some areas because she just wanted to hurry up. It was getting late and she wanted to go to sleep, y'all. Next step, because you never want to go to bed with wet hair, you always want to at least dry your hair 50 or 60%. And the best way to do that is to use the Rev Air. The Rev Air is clutch. She can use it herself. She was like, Mom, I want to take it in my room and talk to my friends and do it. I said, go ahead and do what you got to do, girl. But look at her hair overall. It's so cute. You can see the 3 tones. It is everything I wanted it to be. Like I said, she wanted it to be a little lighter, and I said, ugh, soon come butterfly. We will get there eventually. I'm in no rush. I told her maybe by her birthday, which is 6 months from now. But I don't know what I'll do because my goal is to keep her hair nice and healthy. Her locks are everything. We love them, and I want her to keep them healthy as long as she wants the locks in her hair, okay? That's my goal. Look at her little face. I will do a retwist on her hair tomorrow. It was getting too late. She was tired and she had somewhere to go tomorrow. So I will do a retwist on her hair because school is coming up. And we'll be doing a lot more videos coming up about school, back to school haul, her morning, first day back to school routine, all of that good stuff. Please hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we post a new video. And make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Maybe someone wants to color their hair or their child is asking for a new color and this is perfect. But thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Bye.
Veronica got the sauce.